That was good. Good work. Anybody have any questions? Anything specific that you want to answer?
I think a lot of it is just getting in there and spending some time in the bunker.
Absolutely. That's probably the best advice of the day to some degree, because bunker play, really, it's about utilizing the club the proper way. And you don't have to hit it hard, but guess what? You can hit it hard if you want to. It just depends on the circumstance. It's like the wind that's blowing right to left. Well, we're going to prepare for the wind blowing right to left by aiming to the right, or trying to hit it cut back into it. But the most important thing is the entry point into the sand. And then knowing a good basis of how to handle situations other than just standard bunker shots. Okay, uphill, downhill, fried eggs. What do I do to the club face? What do I do to manipulate it to make the club work best for me? Janice, you had a little bit of a takeaway problem where the club was coming inside, which is going to shallow that swing out, and that's why you're hitting a little bit too far behind it. But as you bring the club more vertical on the way back, it allows you to get a little bit closer to impact. So if you guys use that as a point of reference, if you find yourself, even you, Amanda, where your divot is too far behind the golf ball, it's more than likely it's because you're swinging the club back behind you too much. Okay, and as it comes down, it's bottoming out, shallowing out before it ever gets to the ball. Okay, so the fix there is to swing the club more along your toe line, your body line, okay, on the way back, and that will make the descent angle into the ball much better. Okay, but I can't stress the importance of evaluating the situation, knowing if the sand is hard or soft. Scott, you posed a good question, is in the second hole or even the first hole, you hit in a bunker, you haven't hit any bunker shots, I'm going to err on the side. You can usually tell if it's really soft, you can tell. So I'm going to err on the side of safety when I go into a bunker that seems like it's somewhat firm. I'm going to still be soft with it. My entry point's probably going to be an inch behind the ball. And if that can't get it, if that is too much, then I'll readjust the next time. Meaning I'll try to maybe use a little bit more leading edge so I can dig a little bit more, or get a little bit of weight to the left side to allow me to dig some more.
It's funny because you just see so many guys that I go out and play with, and on that first hole, especially like public and municipal courses,
sure,
like that first one is just like it just rockets out.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about how hard it is.
Yeah.
And then by like the third or fourth time they're in the bunker, they figured it out.
Yeah.
So
and that's typical. I mean, the PGA Tour gives a false sense to most people, because those guys are hitting the bunker on the first hole and they hold out, or they flop it out and it's 6 to 2 feet. One, they do this for a living. Okay. Right. Two, they've spent an hour and a half prepping for their round. They've had all week to prep for it. Where us, the working people, even me, when I jump out of the car and I go to the golf course, a course that I've never played before, yeah, I've experienced the same things, much like you guys have. So that's just something you can't necessarily help make yourself better, saying, well, I know what to expect this time, and hopefully it's the same. If it's not the same, then you're like, wow, this is great, because this is nothing like the first bunker. So at that point, I would still stick with my normal strategy.
Yeah.
Get out, my entry point's the most important. I want to err on the side of safety of being soft. Don't get too hard, don't swing too hard, don't overgrip the club. You want it to be nice, soft, and light, and just let the arms swing. And when the arms swing, that allows the club to really do the work. Okay? All right, guys.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Reg.
Thanks, Amanda. You're also the photographer. Thank you.
Of course.
Bye.
I'll grab the balls.